Everyone has questions from time to time as they work in software. And in ProSeries, we try to give you a lot of help beyond just the standard F1 help that most programs offer. Of course, you can call our 800 number toll-free, speak to a representative about tax-related questions and systems-related questions, but there are also a number of tools built right into your program screens, and let's take a look at some of those right now. At the upper part of my screen, you'll see I have a section called Most Common Support Questions, and these questions change to reflect the screens that you're on. So if I happen to be at home base, my questions will be different than they would be if I'm in a client file, maybe on the employee business expense screen. So that's the first section here. Over to the right, you have Ask Intuit or Search ProSeries. So if I wanted to ask Intuit, I can type in, you see a description here of alimony, and click the Ask button, and it will bring up what we call the IVA and say, you said alimony, Iva said try these answers. And this is more of a computerized Q&A using keyword searches where you're searching our information topics. Back in ProSeries, you also have a search button that you can search for items like depreciation, and this is really pulling up our F1 content in this particular section. On the right side of my screen, we have two buttons, a live community. This is very unique because when you ask a question here, it doesn't come to Intuit, but it's actually seen by 65,000 firms that use our product. And you'll start getting responses from your peers and colleagues directly into your ProSeries program. So really a nice user interface there. Also, to the right, we have a button called Tax Research. And when I click that, it brings up the B&A, internal B&A tax research tool inside of ProSeries. Again, it's context sensitive, so as I move between different input screens, the tax research topics that it provides relate to the screens that I'm moving to. So it's an excellent tool to get the research that you need right at your fingertips. We also have the ability to do live chats. So if you don't want to make a phone call or use any number of these tools, you can start a chat session with a representative. Many of you, I'm sure, are familiar with chat, and you can kind of go back and forth and get your questions answered that way. Last but not least is a website that Intuit has built, and let me click on taxalmanac.org. This is built on top of Wikipedia. Many of you are familiar with wikis, and essentially what this is a free online tax research tool with treasury regs, codes, topical articles, but what I find really compelling and what thousands of people use it for are the discussion forums. You'll see here I'm in a discussion forum for tax, and it says these were posted minutes ago, an hour ago. It shows you the number of views we've gotten and the number of replies. So some of these topics have, one of these has 5,000 views with 19 conversations related to rental real estate, depreciation allowed or allowable. So you can come out here, you can type in the search box, like-kind exchange, it'll bring up all the topics that we have or ongoing discussions of these different topics related to tax. So again, a number of different ways to get your questions answered. There's always something that you can get at very quickly, and I think we provide a lot of good help inside of our ProSeries program.